Yo, what's up my fellow trainers? This is Trainer Red here, and today I'll be doing a new video. It's Versus, but it is obviously not owned by me, it's owned by Stephen King. I have to say that due to copyrights. I did part 1 last year. If you want to watch it, link down below. So yeah, I wanted to do it all together, but my laptop wouldn't allow me, so I had to refilm that video or re-record that video again and just do it all over. It was a pain. And when I came to do this video, I kind of was not sure of many of the information. Last time I didn't rewatch the movie, but I only see the 1990 for the first time, and so last time, but this time I watched the 1990, just the adult part, which, let me tell you, can be a pain because the adult part is the worst. I had to rewatch the one in 2019 again because I just wanted to be sure about the information and get everything right. By the way, warning, these videos have major spoilers. So now that this is all out of the way, let's get on started. A difference that I forgot to say last time is in the 1991 they hug and they didn't cut their hand, but because of the promise they actually cut their hand, and this is actually happening in 2017. It's happened and the scar is still there in the 2019 movie. One thing that I completely forgot to tell you last time is in the 2017 one you can see the reference for Pennywise by Tim Curry in this photo when Richie is scared of clowns. But anyways, let's move on to Georgie. Georgie in 1990 just disappeared. He just talked to his brother and disappeared fastly. But the Georgie in 2019 one was better. He came when his brother was looking for the item, and after that he came in the final battle and he just told his brother, "This is all your fault. This is all your fault." And he just had to move on and accept the truth. It was really difficult for Bill. I just really felt heartbroken for him, but he did it and he managed to face his fear. So guys, please respect my opinion, but in my opinion all of the characters in 2019 are better than the 1990. So yeah, please respect that. But yeah, so I don't have to repeat, oh, he's better. So yeah, but anyways, let's start off with Bill. He is my favorite character. I really like him, but I feel like he's not a leader as much. Yes, maybe, but in the 2019 it's obviously he's not the leader. It's more like Mike, he's the leader. So yeah, but anyways, starting from the 1990, he's starting off writing a book and he's really excited about it, while in the 2019 one he didn't know how to write and finish the ending. But as you can see, when he's writing a movie, he's really stressed out. His wife in the 1990 is really nice. She cares about him, but the 2019 one, no, he just wanted the work that bleeds people and stuff rather than believing in him. So yeah, I didn't like her that much, and we didn't see much of her, thank God. His act in the 2019 one is more believable because when he starts to have difficulty speaking, I forgot what the word is, but he's he's not like that, but when he say a sentence, it's really difficult for him, and he even gets mad about it because he's not used to that. For the longest time he could speak normally, and this is a serious situation. He started to scream, which is more believable, but in 1990 I feel like he's trying way too hard not to say it correctly. So I really prefer that new one. The way that he got his bike is different. In the 1991 he just got it from Mike, but in the new one he got it he saw it and he decided to buy it, which was so expensive, but he got it anyway and he was riding it off so much. but in the old one he just wrote it with Mike, and in the end, like in the 1990, he was immediately by Mike's side and defending him and believing him, but in the 2019 one he has doubt, which is believable and understandable and more relatable and realistic. So he has doubt and he wouldn't believe him until he saw it with his own eyes. This part is kind of annoying because it involved cheating. In the 1990, he immediately like kissed Beverly, and I feel like all of them were kind of shocked. But in the 2019 one, it took some times for it to happen, and there were moments between them. It didn't happen too fast, and it definitely took its time. Really like how in the 2019 he has like much of a story of solving the kid and being traumatized with his brother. It was not much to touch on in the 1990, but he's traumatized, and the way he tried to save the kid and do everything he could, but he failed. And when he think about his brother, it just was like, oh my god, it was done so much better. It was hard for him with the kid. Bill's fear is understandable, having this guilt about his brother. Like, when you have this guilt over somebody dying, it's really realistic, because I have this guilt. Like, I can totally relate to Bill, because I didn't get like a traumatic experience like him, but I didn't say goodbye. If I knew this was the last time I saw her, like she was like a mother to me. I've talked about it a lot. I would have run to say goodbye, but this is something that I regret every time. So yeah, I like Bill's fear is really understandable, and it's so sad. I still feel like his regret will be more, and he will never forget about it, especially that Stan and Eddie are dead. Bill bought the bike from Stephen King himself. Stephen King said the ending is bad. This could be of the ending of the miniseries or the ending of his books, because people say his endings are usually bad. So my next favorite character is Beverly, and Beverly is really a sad case because she ended with someone abusive, but that's the case for many people that get abused. They end up with someone that is abusive, so it's really sad. And both adaptations show that, but they show it differently, but they're both being abused. In the 1991, we see her environment of work and how he is controlling, even with her hair. In the 2019 one, we see her getting the call from Mike at night, and her rushing and him like manipulating her, and him saying, you know, I love you, her husband. But yeah, after that he slowly starting to hit her. I really like about the 2019 one is that it shows how scary she is of him, but in the 1919 one she suddenly starting to be like confident and stuff really fast. Also, another difference between them is that Beverly in the 1990 used something, I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna insert a picture, that she to defeat Pennywise or try to, while in the new one she uses an arrow. I feel like an arrow makes more sense. Another difference that is in the 1990 is she's in love with all of them. That was she said, not me. But yeah, then her relationship focused on Ben more. So yeah, and kind of like Bill at first, but yeah, I'm glad for Ben. And in the remake they focus more on Belle and Ben, but I would rather like have things differently, them going together. So yeah, and Ben and Beverly going back together, stuff can be realistic, and she noticed his love for her and stuff like that. And yeah, I mentioned that they cheated. I will excuse Beverly because she got out of an abusive relationship, while Bill, he's married. So yeah, I don't understand why would you cheat on your wife, but maybe because your wife is not good. And yeah, but anyways, in the 1990 she is dating him, but in the remake she is married to him. I mean by that, Beverly and her husband, or her boyfriend in the original or 1990 miniseries. There were no any suspicion side of the old lady, like it seems totally normal until she started to drink the tea and she noticed its blood. In the 2019 one, you slowly started to see hint, but Beverly doesn't know that. But she even drank a little bit of the tea, but when she saw the old lady's chest, she immediately backed off and she saw Pennywise. She didn't get even to see Pennywise in the miniseries, and she saw him when she went out, but she never saw him inside like she did with Pennywise. In the miniseries, she only heard his voice. Lily's fear is blood, which is totally understandable. Even people facing many dangerous things really still feel blood, so I totally feel her. And it had been like 27 years, so of course like she is scared of blood. She forgot everything. Like Beverly's character is slightly different in the remake versus the original. In the original, or the 1990 rather, sort of weak, and sometimes we see that weakness of her when she fainted, but other than that, slowly she started to be strong. I don't know how that's happened, but in the remake, she have her moments. She's once scared and once reassuring her team, and her team being for her. Number 3, Ben, which is my third favorite character. In the 1990s, it started off with him being with a random girl, and then he got the call. And in the 2019 one, it started off with him being at a meeting, and like an online meeting, which I really love that more. But because it shows the intelligent side of him. Other than that, if you would notice, the one that is in the meeting, it is Ben in the 1990s, the kid versions, and now he is back in the 2019 one doing a cameo, and he is like talking to the new Ben. So I really like that I really like that and really did enjoy it. Other than that, I really like how in the new one he really just loves Beverly and he couldn't forget about her of these years. In the 1990s, he forgot about Beverly and he was with this random girl, but when he got back to see her, these feelings came back. And there is a reference 2019 Kiss Me Fat Boy, which is a reference for the 1990s when Ben was making out with Pennywise, thinking it was Beverly. That didn't happen in the movie. Instead, we're having a scene with him at school and a flashback, I believe it was. 1990s, he didn't confess to his feelings or did something about it. He just massaged her, but I feel like that happened a lot. Beverly was with a lot of guys. Her head was on mic, and a lot of stuff happened. But in the 2019 one, he was with her more and he showed more caring. Every time someone interrupt them or something, but after that, he told her in the scene when they're trapped and they basically save each other which was a really nice scene. I enjoy it, but I wish I have seen more of them. When Beverly went to their house, Ben was with her. That would make a lot of sense and more cute moments between them, because I really love and enjoy these two so much. Reference in the book for the book is the turtle, which is Pennywise's ultimate enemy. And I feel like in the remake, Ben has more characters and things to do. I feel like in the 1990s, he was not that much involved, only when he went to see the lights. But in the remake, he's much involved. He would like to know the truth about Beverly. He's immediately on Mike's side and like people hearing him out. Saved Eddie's life when he got attacked by Henry, and then Mike was injured and he immediately went to his side and helped him out in the battle when Richie has Stan Spider. He was the one to hit him because they were facing difficulty, and he immediately did it because Eddie was too scared. He was also the first one to comment when they were at the river about Eddie and how he hated the water when they swim, and the rest also agree on that. And Ben's fear is like weight, and I can totally relate to that because I do feel fat all of the time, and his fear is gaining weight because he used to bleed because of that. Our favorite character is Mike. In the 1990, it started off with Mike being at the scene of a young girl being killed. But in the remake, he was there because he believed Pennywise came out because a gay couple one of them have died, and this gay couple is a reference, I believe, like to John Wayne Gacy. I hope I said his name right, but he was a serial killer because he killed gays or people believing that they're gays. He had no right for that whatsoever. And yeah, and if you guys didn't know, Pennywise is based on this man, John Wayne Gacy. Immediately started to call them. I feel like in the 1990, Mike was the leader, and in the remake, he is kind of the leader or the person with the information. Maybe he is a leader to me, but Bill is also because they hear him out, even like have pointed that out. I feel like in both of them, they are more really intelligent, but in the remake he is intelligent more because he traveled just to study the ritual of Should and just get information about Pennywise as much as he could. A miniseries, Mike and Bill spend time together and like they ride a bike and like it was a good time. But in the remake, on the other hand, he didn't believe him. At first he had to show him by the ritual of Should, and then he started to believe him, which is more realistic. A restaurant scene, it was much calmer in the 1990s, and like it's played a pop song and then they were talking, but I feel like in the remake it was more interesting, and Mike definitely lost it and he started to hit. I feel like he was more scared, and in the miniseries he was more calm. Even in the miniseries when people said they were gonna go, he was like, okay, go. In the remake he is begging them not to and giving them a chance. So both of them he got attacked by Henry, but in the 1990 he was sent off to the hospital, while in the 2019 one he was with them throughout everything, and he was explaining everything and trying to help them out the best he could. While all of that was great, I wish he was not just a tool to explanation and had played much an important part. I really can't tell what his fear is, because is it bird, because I read that what's in the book, and yeah, if it's a bird he should be over it by now because Pennywise is so much scarier than birds. But if it was fire, on the other hand, I totally understand because fire are so much scary and people fear them all of the time, especially after how he lost his parents. So nextly is Richie, and God, do I hate the Richie in 1990. Oh my God, he is like this spoiled brat. If you remember everything from the start, why would you come? At least in the 2019, he doesn't remember anything at all. I wanted to leave in the 2019 one, but he stayed because I feel like he wanted to get revenge on Stan because what Pennywise did, and obviously because he's in love with Eddie and he felt like he wanted to protect him. Or maybe he didn't want his secret to be out that he is gay. I can confirm he is gay. Stephen King asked specifically for that change, but in the 1990 he is straight and he was like eyeing that woman. Even Pennywise comment on that. Interaction with Pennywise in 1990 is ridiculous and not scary at all, but in 2019 it makes sense why he is scared. Pennywise want to let out his secret, his dirty little secret, like when he says, I know your secret, your dirty little secret. Shall I tell them, Richie? And the secret is like he is gay. He didn't want people to know that. I believe this is why he stayed. 1990, he is famous and people all around love him. But in 2019, he's not that famous and he's trying, or maybe but because of the scene that we have seen, he immediately, like when he knew, he threw up and he was not feeling that well and he didn't do awesome on the show. In the 1990s, he doesn't wear glasses because based on the book, he's not wearing any glasses when he grew up. But in the remake, he is wearing glasses, which is, yeah, it was a good move because in the miniseries, it was confusing because two characters wear glasses. So yeah, the miniseries was so confusing when it comes to like knowing the characters. So yeah, and let's move on to the interaction with Pennywise. In the miniseries, I feel like he had no reason to be scared of the Pennywise. He didn't threaten him or anything. So yeah, he just made a couple of jokes and he was talking loudly and he was just screaming. While in the remake, oh my god, it's scary going back to getting his memory and then seeing Pennywise threaten him to let out his dirty little secret, which he is gay. And like, oh my god, it was extremely terrifying because he's not ready to come out, or he doesn't want people to find out. And yeah, especially in Derry, people will bully him so much. So in the miniseries, Richie doesn't do anything important except for complaining. The only thing that he did was put his hand on Bill to be with him with the lights, and that didn't even be useful. But in the 2019 series, he is so useful. He have helped Mike out. He was when Stan attacked by the head, he was right there, and he was right there in the final battle. He did a lot more and was a lot more useful. Only that, but his reaction when Eddie died was, oh my god, he was the heartbroken out of all of them. So yeah, about Richie's fear, if in the miniseries his fear was werewolf and in the remake it's clowns, both of them he should be over by now because he have fought Pennywise, I feel like. But if his fear was being gay and like people judging him, and I kind of understand, you could never, like, it's really hard to come out, so I really understand that fear. But about the clown and werewolf, no, you already fought Pennywise. With Eddie, he is quite different in the miniseries versus the remake. In the miniseries, he started to take his medicine after he got the call, and he started to want to leave. He's not even married. Well, in the remake, he is, and believe it or not, the actor who did his mom is the actor who did his wife too, and we can see she is really controlling in the remake because she wants to know specific information and she just wants him to say I love you. And yeah, he ended up leaving. A difference between them is in the miniseries he is kind of more brave, while in the remake he is kind of like scared. He didn't help when, like, okay, he was not there, but he didn't help when Richie needed help or when Beverly needed help. He was so scared. But when it comes to the final with fighting with Pennywise, he was like, he did more and he used the arrow to save this life. While in the miniseries he was like, I believe in Santa Claus, I believe in Tooth Fairy, but I don't believe in you, and he took him down. Yeah, it's kind of silly. So I really prefer him in the remake, and not to mention his death is more like emotional in the remake. But yeah, I feel like, if you can hear my cat, yeah, I'm sorry, but I really feel like he should have gone by his fear right now. His fear shouldn't be controlling him that much because he already faced it once, so I don't know how that happened again. When Eddie went to the pharmacy, he in the background you can see the director that made it. This is a small information that is really nice. And is next, he was both with his wife in the miniseries and in the remake. In the miniseries he was all over his wife, and in the remake he was with her, but he was solving puzzle and she was trying to book a holiday for them, and they both end up committing suicide. The miniseries Pennywise told Belle that he died, but it still confused me because he's Jewish and he's not Christian, so that shouldn't be there. And yeah, and they made a call with both of them. Mike made the call in the miniseries, while Beverly made a phone in the remake. Both heads appear in the movie. In the miniseries, when he was older, and it was easy, they just close it. And in the miniseries, he was like kind of a spider, and it was really hard. And in the miniseries, he just started to say insult. In the remake, he was back and forth, and he even asked for help. And yeah, they ultimately took him down. Lastly, in the remake, he wrote a letter for Belle. Not really sure what stands for, because I've heard spider, but I feel like he's more over that. He's more overthinking, and because of that, he committed suicide, and he's still not over it. So Henry has white hair because after what happened, his hair became white, and he confesses to all the crimes. And yeah, so basically we have an old Henry, not old, I mean he is like that because what happened. So yeah, we have him in the hospital, and the first difference is he was sleeping and Pennywise talked to him by the moon, while in the remake his hair is still the same. And yeah, he's going crazy because he is waiting for Pennywise. But in the remake, I mean the miniseries, he had to convince him and talk to him about it. He knew by the balloon, and he got his knife back. And yeah, so it was really just easy on him, and he was so confident, and like the miniseries. And yeah, he ultimately got killed in both of them. Remake, he attacked Eddie first and then Mike, while in the miniseries he just attacked Mike. Moment you have all been waiting for, Pennywise. So Pennywise is really different. First of all, in the miniseries he's not there half of the movie because he's replaced with the spider. But yeah, starting off with the first of the movie, he killed the little girl, and in the remake he also killed the little girl, but it was 10 out of 10. Yeah, he manipulated the little girl for her to come and kill him, use her insecurities, and then kill her. It was done so well. I really like that, and definitely a step up, because in the Georgie, I feel like he shouldn't have gone to Pennywise, but here he used his weakness against her so easily, and she came back to him, and it was a good kill. And yeah, I don't know why both of Pennywise don't kill them slowly. I feel like if they should have been together and helping each other get away, but I don't know what. I feel like they were toying with them so much, and then the final battle for them to be spiders. Yeah, in the miniseries it's an actual spider, but in the remake is a spider head. So yeah, and they just kill it in the miniseries by attacking it, but in the remake they just kept calling him name, and then they took his heart and killed him. So yeah, it's really different, but I really just prefer the remake, what they did everything to him, and how he just really laid them down dirty and used their fear against them. He did so much, and he did really good with it. So yeah, I hope that I covered everything, and yeah, that was it, guys. Tell me down below, what do you think? Which it's version do you prefer, and who's your favorite character from it? And share this video with a friend if you truly watching my video and think it's worth it. Give it a thumbs up. If not, please don't. And if you guys like my video, please check out my other videos. I'm not saying that because of views. I want you guys to see am I worth subscribing or not. If I'm worth it, subscribe. If I'm not, please don't. I'm saying that because I hate wasting your precious time. This is the last thing thing that I want. And if you guys decide that I'm worth it, which I doubt many of you will, since I'm lame, hit on that bell so you'll know whenever I upload a video. And that's it guys, love you, bye.